If you are struggling to get a deal a month, or heck, if you're somebody who is not at that one deal per month process yet, this is the video for you. And more specifically, what I want to do today is really share with you exactly how you can go from struggling to get wholesaling real estate deals to getting them closed, getting them done, and start getting consistent action. Now, there's a lot of wholesalers out here that think why they're not successful is because they don't have the proper education. And for most of the time, it's not really the education, because I think most people know what they need to do. Most people know the issues they have. They know exactly where they need to be and how to get there. But it's another thing that stops them from doing that, right? And also I see time and time again, people think they know what they're doing, but they're doing it the wrong way. So what I want to do is kind of get rid of all these misconceptions you have in your mind and really go from a systematic top-down basis of how you could start going out here and getting deals. So let's break this all down. Let's share it, and let me get you rich wholesaling real estate. So if you're ready to go, if you're excited to start making some money, let's break it all down and share really exactly how you could start doing over a deal a month. If you're not at least getting a deal a month, you are doing this business right. Now, when I just have to make a blanket statement, right? I love doing this. People do not like me doing this on the channel, but I think it's really fun to do. We cut to the chase. I'm going to give you everything in 3 words, what you need to do. Okay, we can shut the video off like right now, right? Cut it off. And this is what you have to do. If I could just sum it up to one simple thing, MMO. Make more offers. Now, right? It's like, duh, of course that's what you got to do. It's true. But if I can just like really cut to the chase for everybody watching this, right, of what you need to do, just think of MMO. Make more offers. That is what you need to do. Stop trying to overcomplicate this. Stop trying to overthink what you need to be doing. Stop trying to overthink of exactly what's the proper PPC, PPL type system. Get all this out of here. Stop with the stupid CRM. Stop with all this snot. What you need to be just focused on right now is making more offers. That is the singular goal to get more deals. Okay? Think about that for a second, all right? If you're able to make more offers, you will make more deals. Heck, you will make more money. That is it. That is all you need to do. But for the love of everything, we want to debate for hours and hours, the perfect color for our CRM charts. When really, if we just talk about MMO, make more offers, we make more money. The reason I call it MMO is, with Rick, he loves MMA. He's a big MMA fan. And anything you can connect MMA with him, he learns, and he takes it up like a sponge and he starts utilizing it. So I think it's my sport. No more MMA, MMO. Make more offers. And if we can just start having that mindset of how I can make more money in this business by just making more offers, you will make more money. More offers, more money. That's it. So just think about that, right? And I have another saying, and it's kind of a similar thing, and I've just been consistent with this message forever, but an offer a day keeps the guru away. That is it. You do not have a guru problem. You don't have to go pay a $14,000 guru course. Heck, when you're going out here making 2, 3, 4 deals a month, you don't want to go pay for a stupid guru program that's just going to tank you and you'll realize that there are broke gurus when their advice is not even similar to what's actually getting you success, right? But the one thing I'd say is an offer a day keeps the guru away. Gurus don't want people who are making an offer a day because you can't teach them anything. They're already learning this business themselves. They're already self-sufficient. They're already making a ton of money in this business. And the real question is, okay, now we kind of just fast forwarded to where we need to be, right? We need to be in a business and we need to produce a business today, which I'm going to show you today, right? Produce a business that is doing an offer a day. That is the end goal right here, right? But what we need to do is, let's start from the beginning, right? And so just think about that. An offer a day keeps the guru away. And when you talk to other successful 6 and 7 figure wholesalers, right? That's why I tell everyone go to ZachDiscord.com, hang out in our Discord, because you're networking with other people doing over a deal a month. You're going to be finding that they're making offers every day, right? Like that's how they're successful. That is the one key takeaway you're going to find. Gurus never talk about this, right? Because that isn't, who cares about making an offer a day, right? Oh, that's not sexy. That doesn't sell $14,000 programs, right? But I'm not here to sell you a $14,000 program. I'm here to actually just tell you the stuff that works. And this works. So first and foremost, let's get that out of the way, all right? An offer a day keeps the guru away. That is it. If you start doing that, you'll start doing well and making a ton of money in this business. All right, so let's kind of break down some more concepts here. So this is for everyone out here not getting at least one deal per month. Do this. This is what you need to do. First, we got to understand this concept. Offers equal more money. Now, the point of why you might be like, Zach, you don't talk about offers all the time. I do, but I don't at the same time because we want to do the thing that produces offers, right? That is the point. So we want to go out here and get muscles, right? So like, get muscles is like not a video, right? It's working out to get the muscle, right? That's the point. And so we want to make offers, but how do I make offers? Well, when you market and you let people know and you get a ton of eyeballs on you that you are looking to buy houses for cash, they end up talking to you and you give them offers, right? That is how this business works. And so that is the catalyst of how this whole industry works. Like really, going here and just making offers. And you'll find in this business, the more work you put in, the luckier you get. And there is I think this is a misconception, there is a part of luck in this business, right? Like in wholesaling, there's some luck, right? We just got today on our desk, right? $60,000 going to be net sent to me. Crazy, right? We're being sent a $60,000 check from a title company for an assignment deal. And I always think like, what makes me making 60 grand on this deal versus me making 5 grand? And I've said this last week, but I'm like, well, it's just because we were able to make lower offers, right? But also there's a sense of luck, right? Like I got lucky, the right place in the right time in that seller that our team reached out to them, right? $60,000, like there's an element of luck. But I'll also tell you that, I did get lucky with this. But also, you really got to understand this too. I got very lucky. But when you cold call the sheer amount of calls that my team makes, when you spend a lot, like when you spend over 6 figures a year, multi 6 figures a year in just spending money on marketing, you tend to get very lucky doing wholesaling deals, right? And when you spend a stupid amount of money on direct mail, you just get lucky hitting these 70, 80K pops. And you find out if I love doing this, and I'm thinking about doing it for our Flipboard Plus live event we have, because I went like a real case study with real people, but some people aren't honest. But like I think of everyone listening to this, right? If I took thousands of people that watch this, right, and I put them in a room, right, Mr. Beast style, right? He puts all those people in a room and then makes them do challenges, right? If I had them write down, and this is hundreds, like they can't lie, they actually write it down, how many hours they've spent marketing in the past 365 days. And I gave them a pen and a piece of paper and they wrote how many hours, and they could figure it out pretty easy, right? Some guy put 100 hours, some guy put 4,000 hours, some guy put 10,000 hours because he had all these marketing systems and VAs, and we wrote it down on a piece of paper. And then I came back and said, how much money did you make in the past 365 days? And we all write it down, right? I can guarantee you, and then I put you in a chart. I'm like, okay, number 4, go here, number 3, and I rank them, right? You will find that the people who aren't doing any wholesaling deals are the ones who've spent the least time marketing. And the ones that are in the highest amount are making the most money. I want you to understand this, right? A lot of people say this. It's not about working 70, 90, 200 hours. I do not work 200 hours a week, okay? But I make a lot more money than people I work 100 hours. Why? Because I have VAs and systems and teams and things like that. But the amount of hours that my team produces on marketing is unmatched. And so you find the people who always make the most money have the most hours of marketing. It's a weird correlation, right? It's a very weird correlation. And it's not 100% guaranteed. It's the same thing with the gym. Hey, how many hours have you spent in a gym in the past year? Statistically, the latter half, the ones that spend the 50% percentile and more that spent the most time in the gym are stronger than the people that spend the 50% or less time in the gym, right? It's basic 101. And so if you want to be at that point, why don't you spend more time in the gym? Why don't you spend more time marketing? This is like easy peasy lemon squeezy stuff. Like it's not rocket science. And so once you know that, oh man, and I give it, there's some people, they get lucky getting big, nice deals. And I don't call it luck, I call it a blessing because it is a blessing. But you find out you get more blessings, you get luckier, you get more blessings just the more you do it, right? You get better at playing video games the more video games you play. So if I spent a lot of time playing Call of Duty, I'm a lot better at it, right? If I find a Madden player, right? There's studies on this, right? If you find out how many hours, because if you go to like Steam or Xbox, they tell you how many hours you've played on the game. You will find that if you had two players playing Madden, right? It was a football video game. The person that spent more hours playing the game in total usually wins. It's a very easy correlation. So maybe I've spent probably this year, this is embarrassing. I probably spent I would say probably 40 hours this year. If I really look at it hard, right? It's probably about 40 hours this year playing Madden with my friends, right? So the guy that spent 100 hours this year playing Madden most likely will beat me. It's almost guaranteed. The guy who put 2,000 hours in will destroy me. And it's not because of something this guy knows, it's just with sheer volume and sheer experience. You absorb the information and you get better and better and better at it. And so the more you work, the more you cold call too, the more sellers talk, and the more sellers talk to you, the better you're on the phones, and the more skillful and the more smooth you are, and the better you are. In fact, let me double something too. And this isn't something many people talk about, but the more people you know in the wholesaling space, the luckier you get as well. And this is, I call it double lucky, right? So if you want to get lucky, right? That's a bad sentence to start out, but if you want to get luckier, right, you just got to work more. But if you want to get luckier just making more money and having more success, if you are extremely well networked, right, and you work hard, it's impossible not to do well. And this is what you find, because once you go to like ZachDiscord.com, which is my free Discord, right? I'm not here to push you on a program. It's a free Discord, right? Almost 8,000 people in it. Shout out to ZachDiscord.com, right? Amazing community, great people. Love you guys. We have lounges in there where every single night, or right now probably, there's like 4 or 5 people probably in a lounge, just chopping it up, talking about wholesaling. We got guys in here who live stream their cold calling, live stream offer, and they just help people out, right? And if you talk to people doing well, it tends to rub off on you, right? If you start playing basketball with NBA players, you tend to get better at basketball versus the other way around. And so the more people you know in this business too, heck, the more buyers you know, the more sellers you're able to get in contact with, right? Just the more networking connections, the luckier you get. That's how you do it. That is how this business works. And this is what we need to start focusing on too. So we all focus on the marketing, which is important, but why don't we talk to other successful people? And so back in the good old days, you had to spend 14, 15 grand to get in a room of people making 6 and 7 figures. Now, you can just send me a JV deal and come to Flipbook Plus live events, right? Which is gangster, for free. Or you just go in the Discord and they're all in there, right? Like, it's simple. And so that is the other thing I think we got to really get down in our mind. So if you're not doing at least a deal a month, Please, I'm begging you, just do that. Your mindset will change. You'll start doing the right actions. Because there's always somebody who is in a very similar situation to you that made it out and is doing way better than you, right? If you're a single dad, a single mom, right? There are going to be other single moms in that group in our Discord that are making 2-3 deals a month happen. And it might not connect with you, Zach Ginn, the 25-year-old that has no kids, not married, right? Trying to tell you how to wholesale versus, maybe Sarah, who is a single mom of 2. She listened to my advice, does well, but she does it her way, and it might maybe connect better with you. And then you kind of do what her style is, which is similar to mine, but always slightly different, right? That's okay. And maybe that is the thing that gets you, right? I've seen this time and time in these stories, time and time and time again. That's how you do it. And so my advice, my simple advice, let's go back to marketing, right? What can you do for success? Like what should you be doing? If you are not at a deal a month, let's just focus on what I call the core 4. All right. Core 4. All right. Just focus on 4 marketing principles and strategies. The problem is I see so much of this, right? I see so much of this happening, but like we are inundated on social media, and you are probably inundated everywhere with ads that systems, CRMs, dialers, blialers, lialers, or whatever it is, and all these different strategies and do land. No, do commercial. You need to be an agent. No, you have to do creative finance. And I was yesterday, right? I'm on YouTube, right? And I'm just kind of looking at some old YouTube videos I did, and I look at like other YouTube videos, right? And I'm just going through some YouTube videos, right, on just real estate investing in general. I like to hear different perspectives on the market that aren't wholesalers, right? Like real estate market people, right? And I looking at data all over the country, right? I'm a nerd, right? But the problem is because I search the keyword wholesaling so much that I get all these wholesaling ads, and in the span of a day after watching like 8 videos, right? So it's like an hour of like video watching, right? I got an ad telling me that wholesaling is dead and I have to be flipping land. I got an ad saying that wholesaling sucks. I have to do creative finance instead. I got an ad saying that wholesaling is the best, but everyone else sucks and give me 14 grand. I got another ad that says your marketing doesn't matter. It's all about closing deals. I was like, okay. And I got another ad basically saying that if you are not doing PPC ads, you're a loser. And it's so funny watching these ads because you got to remember the purpose of an ad is to get people to take money from you. That's the point of the ad, right? And that's why I don't run ads, right? I have X leads. I don't run any ads on it. I'm not trying to take money. If you want it, it's there, right? I'm not here to go spend money to suck money from you. I think that's really bad to make a video. I'm never a guy who makes content with the sole purpose to extract something from you. I want you to get value from it, right? That's why me and Rick don't do ads. But I'm getting these ads, and it's like, if I'm just a regular new wholesaler, right? All these people are just trying to suck info and just take money from your wallet. And you are getting all this advice, right? That are so counterintuitive. It's it's like these fitness people, right? Squatting's great, squatting's terrible, right? Running's good, running's bad, right? You get all these things, right? And at the end of the day, the people that I find that are most successful, this is not even me, right? These are just newbies, right? They just have the core 4. And if they just focus on those, it works. I don't care if this is going to happen in 10 years from now. I don't care if it's 15 years from now or in the next year. This is going to work. PPC might not be working, right? PPL is already tanking with cost per lead in PPL used to be $30. Now it's almost $300. So like the FYI, that's what happens when people start being influencers for PPL. I knew what happened. It inflate the prices because there's only a couple and they can do it, right? And this is the issue. The core 4. Number 1, driving for dollars. So this has been forever and this will continue to be forever, but this is basic advice right here, okay? If you just get in your car and get a list of ugly houses that nobody else can get the list, buy the list, get it for free, you'll do well. And so get in your car, look for ugly houses, drawing for dollars, right? I got a lot of videos of me drawing for dollars in freelancing.com. FY freewholesale. I'm this far in the video. I didn't mention freewholesale.com. Wow. That's a record. I think I went 20 minutes in without mentioning freewholesale.com. That's a record. But freewholesale.com is my free real estate wholesaling course, right? And I have a lot of videos of there of me getting in the car, driving around, looking for ugly houses, pointing and showing you how it all works, right? I would focus on the core four though. Drawing for dollars. I would put reverse drawing for dollars in there, right? Putting those sticky notes out. Cold calling, which is going out here and calling sellers and just seeing if they're looking to sell the property. On top of that too, I would be also focusing, number 3, on government lists. Lists you get from the government that is provided for you absolutely for free. Costs no money. And the government has lists of properties with tall grass. They have lists of people not paying their taxes. They have lists of people not paying their mortgages, people not paying their credit card debts. You got student loans, and you got all these different motivating factors that the government just provides thousands of these leads per county for free. And I'm still the only person to ever talk about that publicly on YouTube because you can't, I always say this quote, but like you can't sell a $10,000 program on a free list. Like it just don't work, right? There's no secret to that. It's always funny to me, but like it's absolutely true. So government lists, go after them. Arrest records, water shutoffs, fire damage prep. I can go on and on forever about this. But just go to freewholesale.com. We teach you how to do it for free. Or guess what? If you go to the Discord and you find a guy like a guy like Joe who's making 14 grand a month, wholesaling, only cold calling the code violation list, you don't have to hear me say it. Ask Joe, hey, you're making 50 grand a month. What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing code violations. How do you do it? Oh, let me share. And this is what we do in the Discord, right? We just share our screen and say, hey, this is how I do it, right? Boom. So I was up at 2 a.m. Friday night going over someone's probate list because I couldn't go to bed. And I Discord on my phone. I was like, let me help this guy out. I was like, there's 15 people in the lounge. What's going on at 2 a.m.? And I popped it up and, I was talking. It was just kind of funny. But like, that's what we do, right? But heck, don't even listen to me anymore. Screw it, right? Just go to the Discord. How do I pull a code? Oh, let me share your screen. Let me show you. And then boom. And that guy, of course, he's doing because he wants to do JV deals with you, which, heck, why not? Let him make 15 grand just showing you how to do something for a couple hours. That's way better than being a guru, right? I'm trying to kill the guru game doing this too. But like, this is why just networking and knowing people gets you so far in life here. That's how you do it. So focus on that. And then lastly is paid lists. This is probably like, those 3 are the best. And then this one's kind of the icing on the cake. But just a list you got to pay for, which is the best data, right? So you can get a list of high equities, tired landlords, things like that. Vacant properties, right? I would probably go to X Leads. That is personally for me, the best software out here for wholesaling real estate, for comping, CRM. If you want to go find buyers instantly, it's literally a $40,000, $50,000 dispositions platform that is that for like 2% of the price. xleads.com. Go to XLeads. That's the best one. We have a big version 2 coming out. It's going to have whatever you think's the best software right now, XLeads is going to blow that out of the water, and it's going to be all included. But I don't want to get into it. I'm not here to talk about that, right? What I'm here to talk about is just the core 4. That is it. Trying for dollars, cold calling, government lists, and paid lists. I promise you, if you just focus on those 4 things, you will do well. If you just focus on those 4 things on your marketing, you will do well. There's going to be riffraff coming in. Oh, I should wholesale on the MLS. Oh boy. Oh boy. No. Is wholesaling MLS on there? No. Get out of it, okay? On top of this too, let's talk about your schedule, right? What should you be doing during the day? If you're not getting a deal a month, what should you be doing, right? I would say focus on what I call a 3-1-1 schedule. And I've been very consistent on this because this is the most effective use of your time. All right. So for every 5 hours of work you do, you should spend 3 hours marketing, 1 hour on the acquisitions, and 1 hour on the dispositions trying to find buyers. That is it. That is the best split I have found. Now, if you have no leads, that hour for acquisitions, I'd probably use that towards your marketing. So maybe a 4-1 to get some leads. But really, if you're getting deals, you're doing well, a 3-1-1 split is most likely going to be the best split for you. That is it. Just focus on that and you're going to be fine. And so let's talk about more of a action plan. Does anyone here want a blueprint? Does anyone here want a blueprint of what I mean by this? Heck, I made an entire chart of this, which I'm going to share with you right now too, of what I'm kind of talking about. But let's talk about actionable steps. Okay, number one, I want everyone to make this a goal if you can. Sorry, no, you will do this. I feel like a jerk. You're going to do this. But if you're serious about actually having some success in your life and doing well, everyone talks about you have to go spend 15 grand for these programs. Just do it for free. Go to ZachDiscord.com. You're good to go, right? But what do you have to do? I would say talk to 500K a year wholesalers every single week. And they all want to talk to you. Trust me. They all want to do JV deals, but like they'll all give you their best advice for free. Make it a goal every week. So 5 days a week, just one person a day that is doing at least 6 figures. That is it. ZachDiscord.com, it's right there. ZachDiscord.com, by the way, is free. All right, it's free. Now, everyone gets freaked out because when you say Discord, it's like 50, 60, 80, 90, 100 bucks a month. It costs me a lot of money to run that Discord, but I give it for free. You need to talk to at least 5 6-figure wholesalers a week. I think I've put 5 6-figure, it's like confused, like 5, 6. So talk to 5 people making over 100 grand a year wholesaling real estate every single week. That is it. Heck, I don't care if it's the same 5, but just talk to them. Have like a 15-minute conversation with them. I promise you, you will go out here and you won't even realize it, right? You won't even realize you are becoming so much better by just doing what other successful people are doing, right? If you just start getting in those rooms and those Discord rooms, not physical rooms where you pay all this money, right? Just start getting in them. You'll start doing better. Heck, I also want you to do this. This is crazy, but talk to 1 7-figure wholesaler a week. Now, we don't have a ton of these people in the Discord that are super active every single day because they're running businesses. But like, just use me, right? I'm a 7-figure wholesaler. Talk to me once a week. Try your best. So we do Tuesday streams. So me and Rick, right? We do streams on Thursdays. We do streams on Fridays on the Discord. And then Rick does a stream on Monday on his personal YouTube channel. And I do my streams on my personal channel on Sundays. So talk to a 7-figure wholesaler once a week, or at least try to listen to one. I'd prefer you could talk to them, but most of them won't. Not saying because they're jerks, but because they're kind of busy, right? And unless they're doing JV deals, there's no point in them talking to you unless they're a stupid guru. So be very, very, very careful with what you want to do there. Now, the reason why I'm telling you to talk to these other successful people is I want to give you a quote from Pablo Picasso. All right. I love Pablo Picasso, one of the greatest artists probably in history. A little weird artist, but he's definitely very famous. And he had a great quote of how he kind of came up with his ideas and how he became so famous and creative and success in general. And his quote, which I'm literally stealing from, but his was, "Good artists copy," and he said, great artists steal." So a great artist will steal and a good artist will only copy. And this has been something that I've used in my wholesaling business that I feel like, I don't know, I might get in trouble for this, but good wholesalers copy, right? But great wholesalers steal. And what I mean is, I don't think like actual like criminal theft, but if you are finding somebody in your market, right, he is making 40 grand a month and all he is doing is texting a pre-foreclosure list, don't copy his business model. Steal the business model. Figure out what his texting scripts are and just use it. I have no shame in this in wholesaling, right? Steal their plan. Steal what they're doing. It's not like Joe Sanchez in Richmond, Virginia is doing something that is impossible to compete against, right? So like, for example, if I stole Louis Vuitton's like clothing line, like that's a copyright infringement, right? Like you just can't like, it's like copyright. Like you can't steal off their brand, right? But I can go steal somebody's We Buy Houses Cash Craigslist post, right? Because there's nothing inherently like, there's no intellectual property there, right? If I try to steal the design of the iPhone, like that's not something that you can come up with, right? Anyone can come up with a simple marketing line for wholesaling, right? And it's always about like, if you could steal it, steal it. A good example of this is people have tried to steal me and Rick's postcard, or basically our offer postcard at mailingmastery.com, right? It's always funny because they just don't know the algorithm. It just doesn't work, right? We've had people literally copy our YouTube scripts and they made their own video, but it was the same script. I'm like, a guy who has done 3 deals this year is telling you how to make 6 figures a month. Like, no one's even gonna believe it. It's like, I don't care if you copy anything I do because you're not me. And you gotta understand, like, you can't make another one of me. And so you could try to steal my lines when I close a seller, but you won't have the experience I do. You won't have the cadence or the tonality that comes from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of offers being sent out. And so steal what you can. You can't steal everything, right? But good artists copy, good wholesalers copy, but great wholesalers steal. And so find what other people are doing well and just use that model, steal that model. Now, don't steal a deal, don't physically or do anything criminal, right? But taking somebody's business model and wholesaling is not inherently there's no real intellectual property on that, right? Not really. So that's the way I look at it too. Now, on top of that too, I want everyone here to identify your problem. What is your problem? Hey, I need to do 1 deal a month. That's my problem. That's my goal. That's what I'm struggling at right now. That's where I'm at. So what I did was I made a little flow chart, and I want you guys to actually see it because I think you get some value from this. And I know it's not crazy. It's for anyone that's doing over a deal a month and one that's not, right? So let's see if this comes up or if y'all can even see it. Okay. This is my handy dandy little chart. Not crazy, not nutty, right? But I made it kind of pretty simple with what I'm talking about today. Screenshot this if you want, but think about it, right? Okay. Are you closing 1 deal a month? No. Okay. Well, I would probably tell you, let's make 100 contacts a week by either drawing for dollars, cold calling, texting, or reverse drawing for dollars, and network at least 2 hours a week. Right? That is it. Now, are you calling these lists or texting them? Well, I'm calling them. Okay. So basically, if they're calling, call, text, SMS, call. Now, if you are doing a deal a month, I kind of made this for the people that I'm trying to get some value. I'm giving value for people who aren't doing any deals. If you are doing deals and you want some value, this is what I gave to you. If you are doing over a deal a month, what channel are you doing? Primarily, you're probably doing it off of calling, texting, or drawing for dollars. Well, are you drawing for dollars? Yes. Well, are you calling it? Yes. Well, check with other teams to see if you are able to do this. I'll check with other teams to see if they're able to do this. You know, what you mean by that is go look at your teams you're calling and expand it, right? And SMS, if you're not doing SMS, you need some help with that, right? Now, what channel am I doing? If you're doing cold calling, are you doing it yourself? Yes. Well, if you're doing multiple deals a month cold calling, hire 2 VAs and double your lead flow doing that, right? Now, if you are not doing it yourself, make sure you're texting that list and at least sending some mail out so you can just increase your lead flow on this. Pretty simple, right? Easy. That's how you do it. Now, you might ask yourself, Zach, how do I get this flow chart? Guess what you think I'm going to say? It's going to be simple, right? If you go to zachdiscord.com, which is my Discord, I'll be posting it today in the Discord. zachdiscord.com. Or you just screenshot it. It doesn't matter. But I tell everyone, join the Discord because it is a great community to network and actually talk to other like-minded people. I love every week I get everyone to screenshot what they're doing. So they're either, behind their phone or the desk marketing, they're calling, they take a picture of the ugly houses they find. And the reason I like the Discord is it's not public. Like, it's not on YouTube forever, right? It gets lost in the shuffle, right? And that's why I think it's pretty dang cool. But the goal here for everyone is to identify the list you need to be doing, cracking the code. And what I mean by cracking the code is try pre-foreclosures, try code violations, try the evictions list, right? Try to cold call high equities on X leads, right? Try all these different marketing lists And you'll find that, hey, these two lists are producing a lot of leads and a lot of great results. Guess what you do when you, quote, crack the code? You go all in on that and you'll start doing a deal a month. Simple as that. I've been a very simple man when I explain this. Figure out what's working, and whatever it is, keep doing that. You'll do a deal a month, and then just do more of that. And you'll probably do 2 deals a month. It's like having fire, and you just put more gasoline on the fire. It gets bigger. You put more wood and gas on a fire, it usually gets bigger, right? It doesn't get colder doing that. That is it. Now, how do you stop? Here's the thing too. Here's the thing I want to let everyone know who's getting to this point, right? How do you stop a fire? Probably putting a water on it or not feeding the fire, right? And so if you are doing, if let's say you have 4 logs and they're on fire and you start pouring water, it's going to kill the fire. If you are doing 2 deals a month by drying for dollars and cold calling code violations or probates, right? The best thing you do to kill your results is just stop doing that. And so like stop feeding the flames and boom, the fire gets put out. And I want everyone to know it's a lot harder to start a fire than keep a fire that's already going. That is it. Really understand that, okay? It is a lot harder to start a fire from scratch and make it big versus just keeping an already fire going. So let's get some traction. Let's get a little fire going and we'll become successful. So we can do at least a deal a month, 2 deals, 3, 4, 5, and expand from there. That is how you do it. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you think in wholesaling real estate, what you have done to become successful, and what you think anyone else can do, or heck, any questions you have about today, let me answer them and teach you how to do it right now. Again, if you do want to learn wholesaling real estate for free, I have a free wholesaling course. It is called freewholesaling.com. Teach you how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free, step by step.